Hi, this is Susan Campfield with SueStampfield.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today I wanted to share with you a fun little summer treat holder. This little watermelon slice is a box, and inside our box we have some watermelon flavored saltwater taffy. I was able to find those at my local grocery store, Cub Foods, in the bulk buy section, and I didn't even have to pick out the ones I wanted. It was already divided up into watermelon flavors. So let me just walk you through how you can make this cute little favor. It'd be really fun for a family reunion, summer picnic, or another summery event. So let's get started. Mostly we're using for this project the Circle Collection Framelits, and I'll show you which ones I used. So for the outside of our watermelon rind, which by the way is wild wasabi cardstock, I used the largest one in the set to get that ruffle edge, and I just cut one and I cut it in half. So when you cut these, you're going to be able to make two of these boxes quite easily. Then I skipped one, and so then I went to the second straight edged circle from the outside, and that formed the inner layer of my watermelon shell, which is in pistachio pudding cardstock. Again, you'll get two out of that. And then one more circle in, so this will be the third smoothest circle from the outside. I used to cut the Strawberry Slush Designer Series paper stack. I'm using the polka dots. I thought that worked well with the watermelon design. So I've got my pieces already cut here. Let's talk about the chomp out of our box. So in the past, I've used scallop punches for this sort of thing, but it is very difficult to get one of our punches to go through more than one layer of cardstock. They're really only meant to go through one layer, and I was asking my punch to go through 2 layers of cardstock plus some Designer Series paper. And I did attempt it, and it did not work, and I nearly broke my punch. So I needed to come up with a different way to do that. So what I came up with is I used another set of framelits. These are the word bubble framelits, and they go with a stamp set that has little greetings, or if you want to do word bubbles for one of your items, you can do that. But what I used is this one that's the cloud with the thought bubble that comes with the little extra piece. I just used this, and it made a perfect chomp out of my watermelon slice. So I just assembled these. I laid the piece in the Big Shot just how I wanted it, sent it through, and it cuts out that chomp mark. For our watermelon seeds, we're going to use a punch. You gals know I love to do punch art, and I use a series of dies and punches for that. We're using the bird punch today for this, and the bird punch has this great branch. And so I just punch that out, and I get all of these leaves, which are going to become my watermelon seeds. So I actually cut out 2 branches, and I cut them off. I only use 6 seeds. You actually get a total of 8 from 2 branches, or you could do more if you want. And just use your paper snips to trim those out. They're a little bit odd shaped, but I think that's fine because that's how watermelon seeds are. They're not necessarily uniform. And then let me just tell you about the box real quick. The box is one I created based on the candy I had. So I made this box to fit the saltwater taffy. And what I came up with was a piece of the wild wasabi cardstock. So the piece is 4.5 by 4 1/4. And I scored it with the 4 1/4 inch side across the top. I scored it at 1 5/8 and again at 2 5/8, and then I rotated it so that the 4.5 inch side was across the top, and I scored it at 1 inch and 3.5 inches. You can see from this little sample piece here that I cut these 2 little pieces. I cut on the score line up to the intersecting score line, and I cut it at a slight angle. That just helps when you put your box together, makes it a little bit easier. I am using sticky strip. You can see where I've applied the sticky strip. So let me just show you how you would assemble this box very quickly. So you would pull the red line tape off of the 2 tabs, and then you would adhere them to the pieces that have sticky strip on them as well. So you're going to stick them like that. Then you'd pull the red line tape off of the sides and assemble the other half of your box like so. And then we're going to pull this red line tape off and that's how we're going to attach our watermelon piece. And when you attach it, you want to make sure you get it high enough so that your box can sit on a table. If you get it down below the edge, it's going to be a little rocky. Unless you put another slice on the other side, you could certainly do that, and then I would probably mount it flush to the top edge and have the two pieces, and then it would rock a little bit, which might be fun. So that is all there is to our quick and easy watermelon project. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Full supplies and additional photos of this project are on my blog at www.suestanfield.com. Thanks. Go make something great today. Bye-bye.